Hey guys, before this episode officially begins, I just have to make a little bit of a disclaimer. Shut the heck up, dealer. I had to restart my progress due to some recording error in the next episode. Unfortunately, it saves your progress all the time, so when that happens, it's just kind of just an issue. It won't happen again. It was just a silly little technical hoo-ha. So I was like, okay, you know what? We're early enough in the game where instead of keeping random progress that you guys wouldn't be able to see, I'll just restart. But apparently there's a different DLC thing, because I never got this one before, I'm pretty sure, as far as I can remember. Also, I also got the Frostfang in this playthrough, and I missed the weapon tutorial. I'll show off the weapon, though, and I'll explain how that works before the episode begins. But let me go ahead and quickly get through this content, just in case, just so I can throw this in the next, in the actual episode for the DLC. So, yeah, I'll follow the attackers outside. Okay, so there's masked men. Whoa there, stranger! Okay, so, there's... Wow, so they're dragging away this young man. It's just kind of crazy mob at a portal? Are they sacrificing a guy to demons? This sounds really awkward. Yeah, of course I'm going to interrupt this, because I'm not going to let people get sacrificed to bizarre demons. Oh, well, he wants to go... Oh, I'm now in the portal. Wow, this is getting a little... What the heck? Yeah, we definitely did not encounter this. Okay, well, I'm glad I kind of had a restart thing, because apparently there's another DLC side quest I can do that was not expected in the slightest. Huh. I didn't even notice that I had this. Well, that's cool. I can actually show off, since I missed the tutorial for this, I now have the Frostfang. It's a weapon I had, but I just never encountered. Holy crap, they're like demon things! This is creepy. But you can press the 1 button to shoot out an ice thing, which freezes any enemy it touches. And as you can see, it has a cooldown timer there by the weapon. So, that's how active weapons like this work. It's something I'm going to encounter a lot, especially because I love the Frostfang, so I'm going to use it almost any opportunity I can. The ability to stun enemies that are kind of... Oh god! You're terrifying! What have I got? Okay, I was not expecting, like, this to become a super involved thing. I just threw in all the DLC things because, like, oh, it's probably all the same stuff I had before. Nope! There's apparently, like, crazy hell DLC now. I don't know if this is, like, a recent thing, or I just didn't get it in my other playthrough, or what, but now you'll have this kind of ready to go when the episode officially begins. So probably extending the episode time by quite a bit. Wow, I just knocked him, like, into the hell water there. That's kind of a little crazy. So yeah, I had to restart my game, and I had an encounter that I was not even remotely expecting. So we're back up to the normal portal, but I also have some crazy sort of thing going on there. So let me fast forward to the end of this and make sure I didn't get anything else crazy. Everything else has gone pretty much the same. I do have one DLC thing I think I haven't gotten yet, but yeah. Hopefully I'll get it. Otherwise, I'll probably do a second round. You can redo levels. I'll probably redo that level specifically to get that DLC thing, so that we have all the DLC at least.
So many potential places for an assailant to get the upper hand.
Oh, so when you actually succeed on the rockfall, you can actually go and attack the bandits. That's pretty cool. I wasn't aware of that. That's actually kind of neat. I like it. Wow, I'm having like a gazillion times better run than I did in the one I actually recorded. This is actually a different place too. Man, why am I finding like all the cool things on this Queen of Dust run, whereas my other Queen of Dust one was like 50 million rock falls and a train wreck? That's so annoying and unfortunate at the same time. You can see the Frostfang is pretty gosh darn awesome. I love that weapon so much. I'm so sad I didn't get to do it in the actual project until now. And then you get a bunch of equipment cards. Like, stuff that gives you health back. And desperate measures, which I don't like because Frostfang.
Few select these sorts of weapons because nobody ever anticipates being...
Okay, so I'm gonna have to redo this to get one of the DLC things I didn't get. That's cool.
Their downfall.
Yeah, you know what? Part of me is really glad that I had to reset my progress, because I've gotten a lot better practice in, and I feel like I've gotten a lot better at the game now that I've had a chance to really, like,
I suppose.
refresh myself and
often
everything,
those
so it's
who
been
beat
very
bloodshed
good practice
to
before we
sword
start into the actual
die
hard
by
stuff.
the grim instruments of their industry.
Oh man,
Still,
they have throwing
she
knives
fought
now.
well
It's scary.
and bravely.
Ooh, Alicia in Underworld. Yeah, I don't know if we just didn't have that DLC before, or I just plain old didn't encounter it, but we definitely have a lot more, I feel like I have a lot more interesting different things than I had before. This last run has been kinda very intriguing. Huh. Well, regardless, I didn't get the DLC, but
Do you
I'll have to
what it
figure out
takes
what I
to
need to
defeat
do.
the rats? Dust again. What will you tell her? She has no use for men like you with...
Oh wow, even when you go back in here, it basically boosts everything up to ridiculous proportions. Okay, so there's really... Unfortunately, I can't do much with this, so I guess I'm gonna officially start the episode and continue forward with a slightly different... The two major differences is the Huntsman DLC, I didn't get the first encounter for, and the treasure chest, I didn't unlock that, so I'll have to add that back in the deck. Otherwise, I didn't show off anything besides the Hell one, which I just showed. I didn't encounter anything else that was different, and I have most of the same stuff. So, apologies for the technical difficulties, but let's get to the actual episode now. Hey everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome back to Let's Play Hand of Fate. Probably about 5 or 6 minutes in this episode because I had to have such a lengthy intro showing off me replaying the game a bit because, unfortunately, when I was recording this, I had some stuff happen, lost the footage, and the way this game actually works, apparently, which I just now learned, is it saves everything pretty much. Meaning all the progress I made was kind of off-camera, and I kind of wanted to have it on camera, so I was like, okay, I'll restart the game. Unfortunately, since this game is randomized, there's a whole bunch of different things that happen, and things happen a little bit differently. I showed off the major differences. I missed one major thing, which was just showing off the tutorial, but it's just a similar tutorial screen showing that you use active weapons with the one button, like I mentioned. And I showed off the Frostfang a bit now, so that's kind of cool. Unfortunately, you know, there's some desync between last episode and this episode as a result. But there's not really much I can do, so we're gonna move on to the Jack of Plague. The Plague is here finally. I am not a fan of the Plague. I have there's not a lot I remember about this game, but I do have distinct memories of the Plague destroying me, and it just being crazy and silly. Giant rats, fat and evil with hatred. It's just not going to be pleasant. So, today we start the Plague, and we have some good times. Now, as you can see, we now have a lot more encounters because the floors are a lot longer now. I'm gonna let him talk a bit.
And hunt and ride.
So we have a lot more encounters now, which means we're going to be able to fit in a lot more. I'm not actually going to have to really pick between DLC and non-DLC. We're actually going to be able to do all the DLC, including this Hell one, which I was not expecting to... I don't know if that's just recent or something, or I just didn't get it during the first time, but that was crazy, and I'm kind of glad that I had kind of got that one instead of the Huntsman one. Although, I should be able to throw the Huntsman one in here, and all will be well, because I remember recording not having that Hell card. So maybe I accidentally did something good by having to restart? I don't know. But regardless, we have new things to add. We have the huge hammer. Equipment-wise, I think I pretty much have a lot of what I had before. You will actually be starting with a shield now that you actually have the goblet. So our starting equipment will include a shield, so I have no need to add one in there. The Armor of Cold, did I have that one before? I feel like I definitely have some things that I did not have in my other run, which is kind of cool. But also kind of a little bit of desync, perhaps, from, you know, what we had before. I didn't get the treasure chest in my previous run, so I'm gonna have to go through that encounter again and earn that token. But, and one of the DLC tokens. So, like I said, there's a bit of a desync here. At this point, I'm just gonna add anything that's kind of unique and special, because we have starting equipment that's already like a standard weapon. Mace has some benefit from being holy. Some medium armor is good because we only start with light armor still, I'm pretty sure. And then helmets. So we finally have some gloves we can equip, which is good. I don't know what these do though, unfortunately. Yeah, we need to find it first. And then, you know, all of the weapons, which I pretty much did. Actually, I never encountered Consuming Shame in that run either. So we have a bunch of these different things. Did we encounter the Rings of Survival before? It's pretty darn good if we didn't. You get plus 20 health and whatnot. So, yeah, unfortunately, there's going to be some desync between, you know, that run and this run. Some things will be new that I've seen before. Some things will not be new that I didn't see before. or so on and so forth. So it's gonna have a bit of that going on. I do apologize. It's so annoying when, you know, you have a run going and then you have to restart it and everything gets completely desynced. So yeah, I never got the song The White Minotaur, unfortunately, in that. But I did get this, where's the hell thing? Yeah, I don't remember having this card at all, which is really confusing. And then we throw in everything that's new. Did I have the charity card before? I don't... Actually, no, I'm gonna throw everything that has a token. And wow, it actually worked out perfectly. Well, I can take out these. So we actually do have this. Helpful Priest is helpful, but he does take half your food, which is something I did learn is not necessarily pleasant. If you do that, I'm gonna... Ooh, Field of Poppies is new as well. I'm pretty sure this card is bad, but I'm gonna throw it in there anyway because it's new. I remember the Field of Poppies not being pleasant. The Helpful Priest can give you blessings. Blessings are pretty good, but it uses up half your food. Taking half your food is bad. I'm very torn as to whether or not I want to include this card in the deck, because that is such a double-edged sword to use half your food. But you know what? What's life without a little bit of risk? Let's just throw the priest in there now, because some blessings at a key time could be good when I actually have enough food to spare. So anyway, I'm pretty sure we have a lot of cards that I didn't have before, which is good. But this is the deck. We never encountered any of these in the run, which is good. So I have this. I have the charity card now. I don't remember if I had gotten that one before, but we pretty much have a whole bunch of new cards, a whole bunch of exciting things. We do have to redo this card and the treasure chest card if it's here. Maybe. Oh yeah, the treasure chest card here. These are the two cards like I said, I didn't encounter in my redo. We'll have to redo them at some point. We'll be a little bit behind on this DLC specifically, but that's okay. Everything else should be pretty much close to what it was, with the addition of a new DLC, which I didn't have before, which looks honestly to be the most exciting one of them all, because 4 of Hell? Just suddenly a new suit out of nowhere! Crazy stuff. Anyway, I'm like this video's gonna be stupid long thanks to all this. So, let's go ahead and get started. Now the thing is, now they're on the second row, the game gets serious. Stuff like give half your food to someone is not necessarily a good idea anymore, because the encounter, like as you can see, the deck is double the size almost. It's just, this game gets a lot harder now. You have to make really consciously good decisions as opposed to just kind of lollygagging your way through here. So things are gonna get tricky, but we will do our best to get through. Let's go ahead and start off with the Jack of Plague.
Our Lord of Plague does like to rub your nose in misfortune.
Yeah, he said stuff completely different than the text down there, Mr. Dealer. I'm not sure if your translator is, you might need to fire him and give him a new job. I don't know, but regardless, like I said, things are slightly different than before, but we'll see how things go. Now, the interesting thing that I did note is the layout of the cards itself are also different. Starting from about the Queen of Dust, the game gets pretty different. Actually, if I realized how different it would have been, I would have probably shown off a lot of the entire Queen of Dust run, but
this card in as a quick way to get your hands on a shield.
I mean, having a shield is pretty good. I already have a shield, as you can see. Okay, I actually meant to check my equipment, but yeah, I'm in the middle of an encounter. You can't actually do that. That's fine. I do want to give him the bread for my plate. If you ask him to just go through your stuff, often he'll take something you do not want him to be taking. So I do prefer the food option over the gold or anything else. 1 food is not going to hurt you too badly. Wait. No, he did bad things to me. I gave him food and he smacked me on the head. And I'm over here now by the Helpful Priest, who's going to try to take more of my food. You know what, Priest? I'm sorry, I can't afford to take away my food. He didn't take my shield! I wanted a shield! And he didn't give me... Mr. Lionel is just mean. Sometimes you don't get what you want from him. An easy way to get the shield, huh? So you say, Mr. Dealer, so you say. Life is hard, guys. Life is hard. Yeah, sorry if I'm a bit of a train wreck this episode, but like having to sort of undesync my run is kind of a little silly. But the Damocles is here. Unfortunately, I don't have gold for much. The Fleet Cuffs, movement speed increase is nice. If I had the gold, I would go for it. I'd go for any of these if I had the gold, but alas, I don't. I don't have anything. I mean, I could sell the axe, but then I don't really have, you know, a weapon. Unless I can get a weapon here that's a thing? No, I can't. Fortitude's Breath is too much for that as well. A little unfortunate I can't afford to buy anything. I guess food might not be terrible. I don't even have... Oh, I only have 10 gold. I thought I had a lot more than that. I only have 10 gold, so I don't have much. Food is probably not worth it. I'm okay on food. The priest... Getting the priest early is bad, because you don't know what's coming up, and if you just use up all your food early on, you're going to be hurting later on. Wait, the Hitch Your Ride's over there? I'm, like, all sorts of confused now. What's over here, then? Oh, the Twisted Canyon is a chance to get a weapon. Mr. Lionel's, like, already, like... I got screwed over by one of the good cards! I was like, oh, I'm just gonna, you know, mosey along here, and, just get a shield and start this off nicely. Nope, he just bops me on the head, and now I'm on the first floor already. I'm like, where am I going? Desperate times, desperate measures. That's pretty much how this episode's gonna be right now, because I'm just lost and confused. The maiden, oh, this is not the maiden, though, that gives me things. This is actually the maiden that goes for the DLC, because that's the little DLC symbol. So, last time we talked about the goblin and how we need to stop the Goblin King. We apparently need some elven hair, though. Now, I could try to cut the maiden's hair off myself, but that seems rather rude. Can I just have it? See, that's just, you know, I have the taint of goblin. Ooh, that sounds a little gross. Disgusting. So, yeah, I guess we're talking about enchanted weapons for some reason. Well, that was easy enough. That DLC makes some progress, which is good. Okay, no, the Hitch Your Ride was just the start of the level. I had a feeling that's how it was. I was like, wait, why is there a Hitch Your Ride there? I'm so confused. But here's the stairs. I think that was just, oh, this is the start of the dungeon. Indeed it was. Oh, we have a split path.
And built from your experience.